we go. There we go. We're recording. So all you guys that are watching on the replay, you missed a little, but not much. So we're just talking about as you go about picking your word for the year. One of the things that I've done the past 2 years is I've actually picked a specific word for my business and a specific word for, I guess I would call it just my personal life in general. Doesn't mean you have to do that. But as you go through this, if you have a couple of words that just really stand out to you, and if you're having a hard time finding one word that just encompasses everything, then sometimes it's nice just to pick two for that. But the 2 years before that, like, let's see, my words this year were impact and grow. And then let's see, 2020, my business word was experience. My family or personal word was double portions, which was awesome. That was an awesome year as well. And then before that, my word was intentional for everything. And then some of y'all maybe remember 2017, my word was flow. That was the first year I did Inner Circle, and flow was the year and flow to me was I wanted flow in my finances, flow in my relationships, flow in my spiritual life, flow in my business. I just wanted powerful flow, So anyway, you'll see some of my past words on my list that I gave you for ideas. And again, those guys that are watching on the replay, one of the things that I encourage you to do when you start this process out is just to take this particular list of all the words and go through here and just soak on each one of these words a minute and just circle ones that just stand out to you. And you don't even need to define why. I think one of the powerful things about this process, y'all, is you really kind of you got to get outside your head a bit when you go through this and not try to put answers to all the questions in your head, because especially those that are analytical, you'll pick a word and then you'll start analyzing how you're going to make that word possible next year. No, just pick the word. This is about feeling. This is about your spirit. It's about what you really, truly want. It's about the greatest desires of your heart. So don't try to, this is not about, today is not about the how that word is going to happen next year. It's not our job to figure it out. Today, it's our job to define what the Lord has put on our heart, because the Lord gives us the desires of our heart, and he will bring those to fruition. He will give us everything we need to do exactly what he has called us to do. So today, what we're just trying to uncover is, what is the greatest desire that the Lord has put on my heart in this upcoming year, and what word can I find to define that? Because your word does not have some kind of magic behind it. It's just a matter of finding the word that best describes what you really want, the greatest desires of your heart, and then having that word be somewhere as a focal point, so you're constantly reminding yourself of the greatest desires of your heart and why you're pursuing those and what you actually want to see come to fruition. It's about activating your mind every day. That's what your word of the year is about, and that's why it's so powerful. So to Kim, and for anybody who's ever picked a word that didn't work, that hopefully that helps you identify, because I think a lot of people go about a word of the year where they just pick a word that they like. Well, I want to, I want to see, I want to have abundance, so I'll pick abundance, but they don't really describe what abundance even means to them and what abundance even looks like. And so if it doesn't have a emotional connection to you, it won't work. And also, you can pick a word that's highly emotional to you, and that's absolutely the right word. But if you write it on this paper today and stick it on a shelf, and you don't do anything with that word, you don't make it a focal point of your year, you don't make it something that is constantly reminding you of why you're doing what you're doing and why you want those things, it also won't work. So this is a mini vision board, basically. It's something that's supposed to activate your senses and drive you forward to do the things that you need to do. Does that make sense? Cheers, y'all. Good morning to you. Hope your morning beverage is delicious. I love y'all. I'm glad you're with me. Let's dive into it. So the way I go about this thing is I got my list over here of my words on the right. I've already gone through and kind of circled a few that just stand out to me. And then the other thing that I do too is you might have a few words that are on your mind that aren't on this list. Jot them at the top. So I've got a couple extra words written up here that kind of stood out to me this year, that are on my mind this year, that were not actually on the list. So I added a few of my own. Also, because I know how you are, do any of y'all have a word on your mind already picked out that you're kind of thinking is your word already? I know a few of you do. That's fine. Just write that word down in your list. I'm going to challenge you to go about this process not having picked that word yet, and just see if that's the right one, because it might be, but it might not be. And each of these questions should hopefully help you define that. Because I've done this before where I've kind of had in my mind, I think that word is going to be my word of the year. And then I kind of had it picked in my mind. It was kind of already figuring out how I was going to display it in my office and all that kind of stuff. And then I went through this process and my word changed because I realized that only represented kind of one segment of what I really wanted. And I needed something that encompassed everything. And that's actually the last 2 years, is because my one word just didn't fit everything that I wanted. So anyway, all right, so let's dive into it. We're going to start off, and I'm going to take a few minutes on each of these, and we're just going to start this first one. In my career, I most desire, and I use those words, I most desire, because it tends to kind of activate. I most desire abundance, or I most desire freedom, or I most desire impact, or I most desire whatever that is. But it doesn't have to, you don't have to say I most desire. It could be I will be, or what I want most is. You can frame that sentence however you want, but basically your career is your business, the thing that your mission, your purpose, everything that's about what we're doing in the world as entrepreneurs. That's your focus. I'm gonna give us, I think, how much time do you think is enough time? 2 minutes? 2 minutes is cool. I'm going to set a stopwatch for 2 minutes. Questions? Tasha, go ahead.
Are we using the words from the list to fill in the blank? Is that what we're trying to do?
Basically, this list is to give you ideas. That's just it. It's only to give you ideas. So basically, you can use that list as reference. If that, I've had someone tell me that the list is a distraction, so they don't use the list. They just go with their spirit. So if I give you 2 minutes of quiet and you say, you know what do I desire most in my career in the new year, and just start writing words that stand out to you, and they can be on. And the reason why this list is here is because some people will go through this and they'll be like, I don't know what to write. I don't even know where to start. So this list is just meant to help you get ideas going, but your words don't have to come off this list. It's just to help you get you going. Does that make sense? I love it. Any other questions or comments? Everybody's good. All right, go. In my career, I most desire to. Think about your career. 2 minutes starts now. That's it, y'all. 2 minutes. Was it too fast or was it enough time? I got a pretty good list. Shirley, what's on your list?
Established, rooted and grounded, developed, mapped out, complete, fairly equipped for every good work.
I like rooted a lot. That's a good word. I like that word. Anybody else want to share your word? Share your list or what you came up with. Danny, what do you got, man? Your mic's off, buddy.
I've got scale, thrive, abundance, clarity, simplify, impact, rhythm, momentum, organization, evolve, peace, flow, and grace.
That's a good list. Any of those words like really stand out to you? There's one in there that stands out to me.
I truly believe like impact is one, but
I like rhythm.
rhythm is
rhythm.
yeah.
I'm gonna write rhythm down on my list because I actually like rhythm
Yeah.
a lot. Rhythm's a good word.
Yep.
Tasha,
Because I
what do you
think
got?
that yeah.
Oh, go ahead, Dana. Go ahead.
Because I think it sums up everything that I'm saying right now.
Yeah, I like that. Tasha, you want to share yours?
I'm still looking. I it's a lot. But I have some of the ones I have a lot, but I have accomplish, belong, capable, enjoy, limitless and marvel, unafraid. There's just a few.
I think fearless should be on your list. You agree with that?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, because girl, you are gonna soar. When you get yourself out of your own way, you are gonna fly to heights that you can't even imagine. You just got to get you out of the way. It's everything that goes on up here. That's the only thing that's stopping you. That's all I'm gonna say. This is not a coaching session for Tasha today. Y'all agree with that? Like, let's just Heather, go ahead.
Pretty soar. You said
Soar.
this is-
Yes, soar is a great word. Absolutely. Put that on your list. I just picked Tasha's word of the year in our first question. It's a great word. I love it. All right, let's keep going, y'all. And thank you for sharing. Because that's why I do this on Zoom. I mean, I could come out and do a live video about this, but there's something about the Zoom and the way we can encourage each other just makes it more powerful, y'all. All right, your second piece. And that's all with that first one with those lists. That's it. Nothing. We don't have to do anything else with that for the now. And then as you hear, and I'll call on some of you as we go along and see kind of what words you put down. And the reason why I share that is because you might say a word and be like, "Ooh, I really like that word a lot." So you guys might come up with some words that other people aren't thinking about. So try to set aside your career now. Now we're just talking about your family. So your family, the way I look at family is your spouse, relationships. I do separate friends, so friends is different, but your family, your children, whoever the closest people to you. If you don't have spouse, kids, parents, then your family is whoever the closest relationships are in your life. But your family is just the people that mean the most to you, your circle, your tribe. 2 minutes. I'm going to reset. Let's go 2 minutes again. What do you want with your family? All right, y'all, 2 minutes. Heather, you want to share what you put down for yours?
Or like a speak early this morning. Freedom, experience, abundance, intentional, unique, focus, celebrate, joy, limitless, explore, and adventure.
Mm-hmm. Love those. Great words. Excellent words. Love those. Kim, how about you, buddy? You want to share yours?
I've got adventure, experiences, enjoy, fun, and peaceful.
I like that. I like that. How about you, Jackie?
Just unmuted.
There you are.
I have networking, in touch, and a good example.
I like that. Example is a good word. I like that. I like that word a lot. Where's Rachel at? Rachel, tell us what you got. Can you don't have to talk, but you can put it in the chat stream if you like. I'd like to know what word you got.
Oh, I'll talk.
I love
That's
it.
no problem.
Talk to us, girl.
All right, because I'm participating best I
I
can.
love it. I love it.
All right, so I wrote a couple words down. I put adventure, connect, enjoy, delight, productive, flourish, strength, and intentional.
Ooh, I like flourish a lot. Flourish is a good one. Thank you for sharing, Rachel. I appreciate that. All right. Good stuff, y'all. I'm curious, does anybody have the same word on both lists so far? Any repeats? Not yet? Yeah, Kim does. You can start looking for that. I have a couple words that are duplicates. So that's just, I mean, doesn't mean anything significant yet, but if you start seeing that connect, so Rachel's got connect a couple times. If you start seeing that same word coming up, you're starting to hit on something. All right, next one. I'm going to reset my clock with my friends. So this is honestly, friends is a hard one for me because I'm so busy between business and family. Did anybody else like that? Like having time for friends is tough. So, I got a small group of close friends, but I rarely see them. So, so with me, my friends piece is, things like intentional, connected, I've put down two-way before because, I've outgrown friendships before simply because I felt like, I'm the only one sewing into you and there's nothing coming back this way kind of thing, so finding two-way, like-minded, life-minded, that's tricky. It's hard. So I think it's real as we grow up and we have big families and we have different things that we're going on as we're building businesses and all the things we're doing. It's easy just to kind of have friendships just kind of go to the wayside, but I think friendships are important. So that's why we put it on here, because even if you're not connecting to your friends, then you might need to choose some words based upon that. So what do you most desire with your friendships? That's this one. I'm going to give you 90 seconds for this one. We're shortening this one down a little bit. All right, go ahead, y'all. All right, y'all. That's it for friends. Okay. Anybody got any that you want to share about friends? I'm just curious to know if did anybody come up with a word that wasn't on the list or a word we haven't heard before? Shirley, go ahead. You have to unmute yourself, buddy. Or I can unmute you, maybe. No, I can't. Go ahead.
Sustain, time, nourish, positive.
What was the last one?
Positive,
Positive. Sustain, nourish. Okay, I like nourish. Nourish is a good word. I had genuine, loyal, two-way, impactful, consistent, and intentional for friends. Daniel, what about you, buddy?
I really like yours. Mine is adventure, connection, memories, intention, authentic, peaceful, abundance, and then I took nourish. I love that word, nourishing.
You know, it's funny. A couple of you have said things like adventure, and I'm an adventurous guy, and I haven't put anything like that on any of my stuff. Maybe it's because I just do that. Maybe I don't feel like I need that because I do it. It just happens. But it's funny that I like that you're making that a matter of intention. You know, Heather, I love you talking about, like, especially with your family. You said things something like explore and adventure, and I love that. I love how your family does that. You live that well. And Rachel said she said some of the same, so I love that as well. All right. The fourth one, my spouse. With my spouse, I look forward to, and again, same with the verbiage again. I use the word I look forward to because I think it challenges you to think about a different type of word. And you don't have to use that phrasing. It could be I most desire, or with my spouse, I will be. But just think about with my spouse, what do I look forward to most with my spouse? Now, if any of y'all are not married, it could be with my relationships, I most desire, or if there's something else just in your life that you want to use this segment for, you can change with my spouse to with my whatever, with my parents, with my dog, with my hobbies. It could be whatever you want to put in there. So I'm going to give you 2 minutes on this one, and go ahead and go, guys. All right, y'all, that's 2 minutes. How was that one? Did the words flow easier or more difficult? It's hard. That one's harder, isn't it? I don't know why. That one seems a little bit harder. Tasha, do you mind sharing yours?
Sure. I would like to see more accomplishment, more freedom, real strength, joy, momentum, flow, nurture, and evolving.
I love that. Those are great words. Excellent words. Love that. Heather, what'd you put for relationships?
I have thrive, ignite, intentional, rejuvenate, peaceful, connect, flourish, purposeful, and evolve.
I like purposeful. That's a good one too. Kim, do you mind sharing yours?
I have adventure, fun, joy, peaceful, flourish, appreciate, and grateful.
You got adventure a couple times, don't you?
Yeah, I've got it
Yeah.
several times.
That's nice. Okay, that's nice. I had experience, freedom, ease, joy, thrive, unity, and new. And then I thought, and then I added actually new to a couple areas because new's kind of fun. Something new. All right. Are we on our last one? No, we're going to keep going. All right. In my health and well-being, I most desire. I'm going to give you 90 seconds on this one, a little bit shorter. Go ahead, y'all. All right, y'all, that's it. I've got one word that's on every single one of my lists so far that I was find unexpected. That word is thrive. Thrive is on every one of my lists so far. Jackie, what do you got for health and well-being?
I have excellence, consistency, restoration.
I love that. Restoration is a good word. Maggie, good morning to you. Can I hear you? Can you talk?
Yes,
What do
sorry
you
I'm
got-
late.
What do you got for health and wellness, buddy? Let's declare some things.
Yes, amen. Strength, maximize, grow, heal, restore, thrive, intentional and purposeful. Sorry I'm late. Gladys the duck is missing.
That's okay. Glad to have you here, buddy. I love it. So run through that list for me one more time.
Strength, maximize, grow, healed, purposeful, intentional, thrive, and restored.
I like that. Good list, buddy. Good morning to you. Kat, are you able to talk? Maybe not. Kat, I'd love for you to drop your words in the chat if you're able, buddy. Let's keep going. All right. Next page, y'all. It's kind of fun, isn't it? You all enjoy this process? I love this process. I love it. I think it's so fun, so much fun. All right. Next page. I want people to know me as being what? How do you want people to see you? And again, this isn't just your business either. This is like, how do you like, when I think about this, I take this like super freaking personally. How do I want my clients to see me? How do I want the people that know me across the web, but maybe aren't my clients, my following or my connections? How do I want them to see me? So how do I want my closest relationships to see me? How do I want people that don't know me as well? How do I want them to see me? How do I want my children to see me? How do I want my spouse to see me? How do I want my family to see me? I want, so, and you might have different words that come up for each of those kind of variables. So I'm going to give us a little bit more time on this. I'm going to go 2.5 minutes, but just think about all the different segments of people in your life, the close and the ones that are a little bit farther out. And just think about, what do you want to be known for? How do you want people to view you as? Go ahead and go, y'all. All right, y'all. Tasha, what'd you have on that list?
Oh my gosh. I have a few, but the ones that stand out for me is bold, fearless, driven, influential, purposeful, reliable, dependable, and fun.
That's good list. I love that. Everybody's in agreement with that. Shirley, what'd you have on your list? No? Come on, give it to me.
I have several. I have genuine, on purpose, full of life, caring. Can't even read my writing. Loving, affectionate, lover of people, lover of God, trustworthy, dependable, tenacious, intentional, kind, friendly, peaceable, motivator, and exhorter.
What was the last one?
Exhorter.
Love that. Daniel, what about you, buddy? Lay it on me, man.
The last one I got was flavorful because I just love that word.
I love that. Flavorful. Yeah, all the
Flavorful,
flavors.
man. So limitless, maximized, authentic, compassionate, joyful, positive, peaceful, vibrant, impact, driven, bold, confident, and of course, flavorful.
Flavorful.
Yeah.
Flavorful's nice. Heather?
So as you were explaining this, like the first thing that popped into my mind when it comes to what I want people to think about me in general was like, I'm on fire.
Yeah.
Like that came to me, which led to unstoppable, influence, impactful, authentic, confident, strength, steady, resilient, capable, a conqueror, and radiate.
Yeah. You are on fire. You are, girl. All over it. I love it. You had Ignite on the last one. Now, Ignite was with a spouse, right? Ignite's a good one. On fire. You know, Rachel said you and Daniel, you two of you are locked in. I like it. I had driven, bold, consistent, genuine, free, impactful, strong, leader, inspiring, committed, limitless. I don't know what that word is. I wrote something. I don't know what that is. Trustworthy and purposeful. That's good. That's a good list. I like that list. All right. Good stuff, y'all. Great stuff. All right. In my hobbies and interests, I desire to be. That's your next one. I'm going to give you 90 seconds on this one. Just kind of like friends. It's very easy to just kind of be too busy to do the things that you actually really love doing. So take time on this one, y'all, because I'd made this a commitment to myself last year to actually do the things that I love doing. And it was so impactful to my year. So impactful to my year. So take time on this one. 90 seconds. Go. All right, y'all. That's it. Kim, Wendy, what'd you have on hobbies and interests?
This was a little harder for me. I put down enjoy, mindful, and nurture.
Yeah, that one's harder. It's a harder list. I only have 4 as well. I had grow, consistent, share, and commit. Oh, and enjoy. I had 5. I put enjoy on there as well. Anybody else got a good, you feel like you got a good list? Jackie, go ahead.
Yes, I have purposeful, consistent, and have fun.
I like that. Yeah, Heather, I agree. You're a mom. Your kids are your hobbies and interests.
Yeah, I put create.
Yeah, but I think, you know what, girl, I think also the adventure and stuff is, and that's, I mean, your family you just do it together, right? Yeah. Yeah. But I think that's part of it. Maggie, go ahead.
You know, up until a couple of years ago, I didn't do hobbies and I'm so enjoying them now. So I've got present, consistent, creative, resilient, active, purposeful, committed, focused, and thriving.
Yeah, good list. That's a great list. Yeah. I challenge y'all, make this a challenge for yourself in the upcoming year, to not be so busy that you're too busy to do things that you love doing. It's just good for your spirit. It's good for everything. Make time for stuff that you
Liberating.
love doing. Yeah, just live your life. All right, last one. In the new year, I choose to step beyond my comfort zone so that I will. Now, when I say comfort zone, our comfort zones have to be stretched and grown in different areas of our life. So in some areas, you might be my comfort zone is my business. You might say, I'm fully comfortable where I'm at in my family, but my business is stretching me. But then you might get to a point in your life where you feel like you're comfortable where you're at in your business, but your family is stretching you or your relationship stretching you. So however you want to word this sentence, I word it this way because it just hits me the way I want it to, but you can word this however you want. But just in general, when you think of what do you really want, who do you want to be in the new year? What do you want to experience in the new year? What do you want this new year to bring to you? Define that in one word as many times as you can. 2 minutes, go for it. All right, y'all, it's 2 minutes. How was that one? Kim, what do you got, buddy?
I have attain, believe, capable, confidence, conquer, experience, flourish, impact, influential, shine, thrive, and validate.
I like believe a lot for you. Oh yeah, I like that one a lot for you. That's a good word. Rachel, what do you got?
Hey, all right. These are the words I chose, and I chose influential, unafraid, and these other two words that stood out to me really, really mean a lot to me, but it was rise and shine.
Ooh, I like rise a lot. Great word. Love that word. Great word. And Jamie, good morning to you. That's the next, I mean, that's a bomb word for the year if that happens to land right. But rise is spectacular. Love rise. Kat, can we hear from you yet? Or no, you not available? No? Jamie, good morning. Glad to have you here, buddy. All right, Shirley, what you got? Every time I call on Shirley, she starts shaking her head.
I have 4 words. Become, validate, evolve, and conquer.
No, I like become. That's a good word. That's a great word. I like that. Don't be afraid of only having a couple either, because I think that just means you're narrowing things down a little bit. Tasha, what you got, buddy?
I don't know if I did this one correctly, but what kept coming up was when I read the sentence over and over is I just want to move beyond my comfort zone so I have the ability to say yes more. I want more yes. I want to be able to not have to turn down or walk away from opportunities or adventure or new connections, or I just want to be able to, I want to do that and be able to do it. So I don't know if that's more freedom.
Could you I think that's freedom. You want freedom.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's your word. Yeah, I had freedom as well. Freedom, strength, impact, evolve, thrive. Yep. All right. Okay, that's the hard work, y'all. Doing all that. So now we're gonna go into this next spot where it says the words that stand out to me the most are. So I take both of everything that I just wrote down. I kind of just lay it all out, and I'm just gonna kind of scan back over all of these words and everything that I wrote down. And I want to try to identify 4 words that just stand out to me the most. These are usually words that were maybe named a couple times, possibly, not necessarily. If you've got one word that's consistently showing up, or if you've got one word that just, it was either said by someone else or it came to you and it's like, man, that one hits me hard. Try to find 4 words that really stand out to you. And I'm going to give you 2 minutes. Actually, I'm going to give you 90 seconds for this one. Go ahead. All right, y'all. It's 2 minutes. How was that? Did you get your 4? Heather, what do you got?
I put ignite, limitless, unstoppable, and explore.
Do you know what your word is?
No, I really like ignite, but it feels like it's not enough. Like
Okay.
ignite is just like they're just starting a fire, but I'm like, I want massive.
Yeah. So you might need to marinate on that one a little bit too. Like I have one of like, so my 4 words are thrive, ease, strength, and freedom. Strength means a lot to me, but I don't feel like strength is the right word. Like I want to have a different, and power is not the right word either, because I don't view it as power, but I want my business to have a higher level of strengths and power to it, where it's more impactful than it's ever been, and it's more consistent than it's ever been. Like, core strength. That's what for my business, but same for my family. I want to be a strength in my family, where I'm the glue that holds everybody together. And I want to have strength in my relationship. So strength is big, but I don't feel like strength is the right word. Maybe it is. I really like thrive too. For me, Danny, what do you got, ma'am?
I'm actually, dude, so I don't feel like these are the words, but these are the things that kept popping up. Adventure, evolve, rhythm, and scale.
I like scale. I've dabbled with scale before. Say it one more time.
Adventure, evolve, rhythm, scale.
What's Rachel got?
All right. So these are the words that keep repeating. The first one is commitment. The next one is create, flourish, and influence.
Okay. Those are good words too. So this is where it gets tricky, is this last part, you do this on your own. You really just kind of, so what I tend to do when I get to this point is I take time and quiet to think about each of those 4 words that I've written down, what they mean to me. And then, kind of like what Heather's talking about, where she's got ignite coming up a few times, but she doesn't feel like ignite is the right word. What I do is I'll take some of these words, like I'm going to take strength, and I'll go and look up synonyms of it and trying to find other words. And you might say, is there a different word that ties 2 things together? Or you might do what I ended up doing the last 2 years, whereas I had a word for my business and a word for my personal. But I don't think that's where you're at, Heather, with yours, with Ignite. I don't think it's a matter of 2 different places. I think you just feel like, I'm not just looking for ignition, I'm looking for explosion, right? What was the word that you used? I think it was when you said, I want people to know me as being, you said on fire, right?
Yeah. And like Tasha said, my husband suggested inferno.
Inferno. Maybe
That doesn't feel right to me.
I mean, your word of the year could be on fire.
And that's what I'm thinking. It's on fire.
I actually like that a lot. You know what I'm going to do? I think my word of the year is thrive. I think it's either going to be between thrive and the strength word. If I come up with another word for strength that I really, really just hits me, but I'm going to go to Hobby Lobby, and I'm going to get those wooden block letters that you can get. I'm going to get the words, and I'm going to paint them, probably black or something, spray paint them. And I'm going to screw them together and set it right on my desk. So my desk has got this great big word right there on my desk. On fire is bomb. I dig that for you. Kim, what do you got?
When I came in, 2 words that I had that weren't on the list were action and simplicity, because I tend to over complicate things and analyze everything to death. And so I have actually had 5 down here: action, adventure, fun, influential, and simplicity. Because I know believe was I think a couple of times, but it didn't come up just a couple of times I saw that. So
Action's nice. I believe is a good word for you. Simplistic action, Heather said. Simplify. Daniel, you said simplify in one of your words too. That's a good word. Yeah, you're gonna need to marinate on those a bit, Kim, I think. But remember, because you're an analytical brain, don't pick a word. Don't pick a word that you feel like you should be like for example, action, right? So action's a great word, but I know in your mind you're like, next year I need to be better at taking action, taking the right action. But don't pick that as your word for the year if it's something you feel like you have to do, because that won't inspire you and it won't work.
Right.
There needs to be something. But if you're like, I want to take action. I want to be someone who's going to get out there and make moves and do things and showcase my gifts and work with people. Like if that's inspiring to you, then that's your word. But don't pick a word because you feel like you have to do that. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Jackie, what you got?
Okay, my 4 words are success, restoration, respect, and freedom. I'm inclined towards restoration, but I'm going to mull it over.
Okay.
Yes.
I like freedom a lot too. Freedom's on my list too. I like freedom a lot. I like that. Thank you, Jackie. Great words. Daniel said vibrant and thrive. Those are your words. So say yours 4 again, Daniel.
So I was looking back at, and I only said evolve a couple times, and adventure did pop up. Rhythm I said once. So I looked back and I saw vibrant and thrive. I've said 4 times out of 8. So vibrant, thrive, scale, adventure. And I like those. I'm comfortable with those.
Yeah, I like thrive a lot. Obviously, that's the one I'm leaning on as well.
Yeah.
Because it's kind of all encompassing and it means a lot. I like that. Shirley, what you got, buddy?
Okay, I have rooted, nourished, authentic, and become. And my word is going to be become.
Ooh, become is good. I like become a lot. Because you've been grinding and you've been working and you've been teaching and you've been doing all these different things. And I feel like everything's it's being unified to a place where you can become exactly what God has called you to be. Become is an excellent word. I love that. Tasha, what you got, girl?
I've got my 4 are visibility, fearless, freedom, and accomplished. But I'm torn between combining the fearless and freedom because those 2 are just so closely related. Like fearless freedom. I don't know.
Girl, you can do whatever you want. It's your word of the year. No problem, Rachel. See you later, girl. And thanks for joining us. Fearless and freedom are spectacular words. And if you're like, you know what, my word this year is fearless freedom, then it's your words of the year. And that's totally cool because I think those are bomb. Absolutely. Yeah. I think Shirley asked you the question, are you afraid to be free? No, I don't think Tasha's afraid to be free. I think she desires to be free. But there's fear in the stepping out to get free, right? I think that because getting to a level where you got complete freedom in your life is not easy. It's hard, and there's some challenging and scary steps in that. But I think your fearlessness will get you there. Fearless freedom.
I like it.
Yeah, I think that's bomb. I love it. Thank you for being transparent, Tasha. Appreciate you, buddy. Maggie, what you got, girl? Maybe.
Well, I was late, so I've got to go back over everything.
You got to go back through there. All right.
Yeah, I've got to go back through. I'm going to listen to the replay and do some more praying and things. But
I got you.
Restored is a word. Excuse me. Restored is a word that has been kind of coming up in my spirit all week long. Restored, thriving. Me, I'm just trying to get back on everything is health related.
What's a word that stands out to me, girl? This has been coming to my mind for you a lot lately. I'm just going to give it to you just to see if it hits you. But fruition.
Ah, that's a good one. I don't have that on my list, but that's
a good word. I mean, anybody that wants to use that. Fruition is basically, because the dreams and the work and all the things that you have been doing, girl, even with your health, like it's time for everything that you've been praying for to come to fruition.
Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one. That comes along with,
Yep.
you know, the ones I've been chewing on this week is restore, breakthrough, overcoming, you know.
Mhm.
So
Love
I
that.
like flourishing. That's good.
Yep.
Thank you.
Jamie, you got to go,
Thank you.
buddy. Later, buddy. Thanks for joining us, ma'am.
Yeah, y'all
All right,
have a
y'all.
great one.
So that's your process. So take your lists, take your 4 words, take some time to think about and pray on those. If you don't feel like you got the right word, dig into synonyms if you need to, and try to find some examples. And then my challenge for you is to try to narrow down your 1 word by this weekend. So give yourself a commitment to get it done by this weekend. And just that last segment is, once you pick your word, write yourself a paragraph. I actually, this last year, what I did is, once I picked my word for the year, is I wrote myself a letter to myself about what that word meant to me and what I was praying for and declaring and wanting to experience in my new year. I wrote myself a letter, put it in an envelope, and sealed it so that I could read it on January 1st of this next new year. And that's bomb. It's actually really cool to do that. Talking about a faith builder, because sometimes, we forget, don't we? We forget what we really want and what we're praying for and the seasons that we go through. So choose your word, write down what it means to you. Give yourself at least a good description if you want to go so far as to writing a letter. Because think about it. If this word is meant to encompass your career, your family, your friends, your spouse, your health and well-being, how you want to be seen and viewed in the online space and in the world around you, your hobbies, you should be able to write a good bit about that word and what that word means to you and how you want to see that word manifest itself in all areas of your life. So write that out, put it in an envelope, give yourself a year to sit on it, and then see what happens next year when we do this again. Maybe next year we'll read our letters to each other. That'd be kind of fun. All right.
Hey, Justin, can I share
Yes,
my
ma'am.
word?
Yes, please,
Can I-
Jamie. Go ahead.
All right. I've got 3 that I've been kind of playing with, but I just wanted to get your idea.
Okay.
I know I hopped in late, but I was doing a lot.
That's
of the
okay. I
work
didn't
that
want
you
to call
shared.
on you because I figured you were probably catching up. So go ahead.
Yeah, I'm driving too, so.
No worries.
But,
What's your word?
I've got 3 words that I'm choosing between. The first one is impact. The second one is community. And the third one is influence. I really feel like this next year, I want to link arms with other ministries and go further than what I've gone before. So
Yeah. So impact, influence, and community. Is that right?
yes.
Impact, influence, and community. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think community. I think the idea of community is powerful. I'm not sure community is the right word. I had community written down on my list as well, and I know what I mean. I know what that means to me, but community is not the right word.
Yeah.
I agree
Yeah,
with it.
Yeah.
Heather put in the chat, she really liked impact. I liked impact for you too, because you are going to be so impactful in the lives of the people that you're connecting to. But I know for you, as far as your desire and what you really want to experience in your new year, I think community is not just reaching out and connecting with other ministries, but the community that you want to build around Uncommon Teen is also really big. So maybe community is it. Maybe I think you're on the right track with that word. I'm just not sure that's the word. Do you agree with that?
Yeah, I don't think it's quite the word either, but it is. God is just opening doors. Even just in this last week, He's opened so many doors for me to connect with other ministries that are doing similar things, to where we're going to get together and do conferences and things like that together. He's just really been opening doors, and I feel like that next year is going to be focused on not even just in my business, but in my family.
Yeah.
We have been so, I don't like to say the word busy. We've been productive this year. I've been very productive. But we haven't really taken time to grow relationships and friendships and things like that. So this next year, I feel like even in all areas of our life, it's going to that's why I say community, because it's just every area just kind of growing in that.
Well, community might be your word. I would just kind of, I think you're on the right track with that idea. I think you just got to figure out what word really stands out to you. It could be connect. It could be connection. Could be community.
I like connect. I like connect.
Yeah, expand is another good word too.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think you just got to find kind of like what I'm talking about with strength, where I really like the idea of the strength that I want my life to have, but I feel like strength isn't the right word. I know what that means to me, but I got to find the word that hits my spirit right, you know? So I think
Yes.
you're on the right track with it. You just got to find the right word for it.
Yeah.
Yep. Good stuff, buddy. I'm excited for you. I like impact. I like impact as well. Impact is a good one. All right, y'all. Y'all are awesome. Happy Saturday. We did that quick. That was only like an hour. That's crazy. I think that's the shortest masterclass I've ever done. That's crazy. Enjoy your weekend, y'all. I love seeing all your faces. Cheers to everyone, y'all. I'll post this replay as soon as we're done, y'all. Thanks for hanging out with me this morning. See you guys later.